It's Bri Power.
Hi everybody, my name is Bri Power, and I have to get something off my chest. My grandfather's name was Dick Power. That is a lot to live up to. And spoiler alert, there's a reason the family name was not passed down to me. No, I get that it was the norm though, like it was from a different time, that if your name was Richard, you just went by Dick. But I knew him for 18 years of my life, and not a single one of my family members mentioned it. Not once. They all just accepted Dick and moved on, much like I do most Friday nights. That's an ass fucking joke about my dead grandfather. Better yet though, his wife's name was Karen Power. Karen and Dick Power? Are you kidding me? I wish I had written this. I would have been funnier if I had. Can you imagine them trying to make reservations anywhere? Hello, yes, I'd like a table for two. The name, why, it's Dick Power. Of course, the waiter's not going to believe him when he's going to kick off about prank calls. So Karen Power's going to have to ask for the manager.
So I have one of those fancy cars that you can put your, you get comfortable and then you click the button and it'll save your seat settings, which is great. So when I get in, it automatically goes and pushes up where I have set my seat settings. Fantastic. Except that I share the car with my girlfriend, who is 5 foot. So if she drives my car and doesn't reset her seat settings, as soon as I turn it on, it will think that she is driving and just crush me in the front of the car.
I live in a house share with 7 strangers and still can't afford rent. Not really a joke, just a sad reality of mine. But living with so many strangers, I don't really know them, they don't know me. And a lot of them don't even know my name. They finally learned it one night though, when I was having sex with this girl and she was screaming it so loudly. But now they all call me Dirty Fuck Slut. That is about 50% true. That girl is now my girlfriend. When she told her father she was dating a comedian, he asked, "Is he a manic depressive?" So I screamed at him and then started crying. Do you guys know what line dancing is? Does anyone know what line dancing is? When you line of coke and just fucking go for it. I hate the smell of coke. It always gets me so amped up. You guys want to see my impression of the Tasmanian Devil from Looney Tunes doing a line of coke? Oh, hey! Thanks. You know, I'm trying to get better at my impressions, because I can only do really specific ones. Like I can do Mark Hamill's Joker, but only if he's saying Harley, as in Harley Quinn. So it's only really helpful, because like, "Oh, hey Joker, what's your girlfriend's name?" "Harley." "Oh, what kind of motorcycle do you drive?" "Harley." "How often do you drive it?" "Hardly." You know, sometimes I like to spice it up. I like to bring these impressions into the bedroom. Some are more useful than others. One that really shouldn't enter the bedroom is my impression of Adam Driver from A Marriage Story. Because no one wants to be getting hot and heavy, and then you're, "I wish you were dead!" Yeah, it's usually more along the lines of my Obi-Wan Kenobi, because it's when he's crying and apologizing. "I'm sorry for all of it." On that note, I did start therapy a while ago. I had to stop because I got too close with my therapist. No, I didn't have sex with my shrink. He wishes. No, but I started therapy because I don't function well as an adult human being. I miss when I was a kid and everyone treated me like I was an idiot. Newsflash, I'm still an idiot, people just stopped accommodating it. If I had a crayon when I was a kid, I got tummy medicine. If I get a crayon now, I have to spend 3 hours on the phone with the NHS. I don't like it. I just wish I could be a perpetual child, be treated like I was on Sesame Street all the time. Like, anytime I need help, I can just turn to the camera and be like, Also not a great Elmo impression, but my entire set is just built around the fact that I want to do my impressions in public.
Crowd pleaser? I've only got 2 hands. It's gonna take a while.
Do you guys think that monarch butterflies make the rules for all the other butterflies? Or do you think they just live off of their taxes? You know, I cry when I orgasm. I call it an emotional climax. You know, I was raised Catholic, but I'm no longer Catholic, and I'm also bisexual. Which essentially means that anytime I fuck a man, like the hit band The Script, I pray to a God that I don't believe in. Yeah, you know, a lot of people think Jesus rose from the dead. I think he just had a twin brother. Because if your identical twin got all the credit for being God's child, and you showed up 3 days late to the funeral, yeah, I'm sure you lie about it. I blame being late on two strikes that aren't happening. Joseph Jr. blamed zombification, and we talked about it for 1,000 years. And I named him Joseph Jr. in that joke, because if God was going to cuck Joseph, I'm sure Mary would at least let him name the second child. You know, for an organization dead set on trying to keep me from seeing men in a sexual light, the Catholic Church did sit me down in front of a naked statue of Jesus every Sunday. This is my body. Eat from it. Don't mind if I do. Gonna give you some original sin. You know, I like to think a lot about queer representation in media. And yes, I'm referring to the Bible as media and Jesus as queer representation. He had 13 boyfriends, and Mary Magdalene was definitely a beard. You know, besides the Bible and besides like modern meaningful representation, I like to think about like early 2000s closeted gay icons. Like think about any villain from the early 2000s. Ursula from The Little Mermaid, drag queen. Scarecrow from Batman, angry twink. Scar from The Lion King has a song called Be Prepared, which I'm pretty sure just means go on prep.
We all know the Punisher, yes? Yeah. So he's the Marvel guy who's basically Batman if Batman hated gun control and loved trench coats. His whole thing is that he's a vigilante that shoots people, which is great because we've all pictured how good Spider-Man would be if he brought a Glock. Guess again, Spider! Get shit done. Yeah, so the Punisher's great. However, his logo has been co-opted by a certain group of people to support Blue Lives Matter. Yeah. You all know the skull with like the blue line through it on the back of every Dodge Ram? That's the Punisher, except they think Frank Castle would be on their side.
So how funny would it be if the next writer for the Punisher made him gay? Because do you know how difficult it is to get those sticky decorations off the back of cars? Can you imagine a bunch of conservatives just having to go up and like, damn it, Gay Punisher? Gay Punisher is also the name of my dominatrix. My favorite of these closeted gay icons from the early 2000s, though, are Magneto and Professor X from the X-Men films. Because in the comics, they're allegories for different views on civil rights, akin to Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X, but in the movies, they're just super bitter ex-boyfriends. Ian McKellen plays Magneto as a sassy gay queen, and it's my favorite thing. Any chance he gets, he calls Professor X Charles, old friend. Which is just code for fuck you, buddy. I'm the one with the dick power here. Thanks, guys. That's my time to go.
Thank you. Give it up for Bri Power.
If Jesus was 5'4", he'd be a short king of kings. That one's for me.